Cartman! Duh!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Cartman, and today we're going to talk about the very state of Gigantic, state 25th of March 2017. This will be a video where I won't talk about any guides, any gameplay, not at all. I'm just gonna basically break down what Gigantic, or what the developers, Motiga rather, are going to do with the game in the very future. And I just wanted to make you guys know what's going to happen. And so, yeah, here we are, and I'm just gonna basically talk right through here. I haven't read all of it very carefully through. I've just, like picked out the very important parts about it. So they've been talking about that, a lot of people posting on a forum, Reddit community, tweeting and whatnot have helped them very much to improve the mechanics of the game, um, to improve the mechanics and whatnot. And here are they're actually showing what they're gonna go ahead and do in the very future. So they will introduce bot matches, so you can play against bots, which is basically NPCs, so non-playable characters. They're just computer based characters, which is, I think I'll take it. I'm not very much excited about it because I mean, it's great for players who are new to the game, who want to try it out without being humiliated and without being, I mean, the MMR shouldn't be able to let pro players match against players who have just joined the game and want to try it out, but still, so you won't get humiliated. You can just try out the game without any pressure. And I think it's just great for those players who will be introduced new to the game. And I think it is very good that I have introduced, or that they are going to introduce it in the future, because later in the post here, the return to the Windows 7 Plus platform is going to increase the community of Gigantic, the player base, enormously, because it will be able to play an arc. And I think I have read somewhere before, or at least in an interview, that the game, like in the future, will be released on Steam too, so it will increase the player base by an enormous amount. And I really like the idea of bot matches just for the new players who will join the game. Refined mechanics, don't panic, we don't want to lose the important tactical depth of Gigantic. They're just going to make basically everything make look easier, so it's not like too confusing for new players who join the game. Like when I've joined the game, I was like, overwhelmed by all these things that were happening. It was just so shiny. It was so much going on on the on the map, on the screen. For a new player, it's just confusing. And they will basically just make it they will provide some transparency and clarity into all these systems, which I really appreciate. Not for me, because I understand the game very well right now. It's just for the new players who will join the game. So this and the bot matches will help new players a lot by understanding how the game works. And here is a big note: Trip is being removed from the game. So they're saying here that's not true. That said, there is work to be done as we strike a balance between her strength and the ability to counter those strengths. I really appreciate the removal of Trip, since I really like her mechanic, how she works. I've played her so like decent amount. I've enjoyed her, no doubts, but it's just my opinion that a lot of characters in the game currently, such as Mozu and other characters, are just being countered by Trip way too easily. She is just a pain in the ass. You're basically always on the run, playing mostly against Trip. And since in Gigantic there is no ability to basically to re-roll to another hero during the game, you're basically just against a good Trip. When you're playing Mozu or whatever, you're just humiliated and you're just gonna get destroyed every time you face a good Trip. Imani is one of those heroes as well, which is countered by Trip way too easily. And regarding the removal of Trip, like there's rework to be done. They say I really appreciate the rework and no nerfs because I come from Guild Wars 2, and if you have ever been interested in Guild Wars 2 competitive scene, or if you have ever been involved in that, I can just basically, long story short, what ArenaNet, the developer of Guild Wars 2, always did is they nerfed skills. They rarely reworked or redid skills. What they had done is just every time the same thing over and over again. It's just they nerf a skill, maybe they nerfed it too hard, maybe they didn't nerf it at all, and then it's just creating new problems. Like say they nerfed this skill, then like this weapon set wasn't viable for that character, and just there were just too many follow-ups on the changes, and they've never seen through what they've done really through the changes, and they've just been creating more and more problems. And I really appreciate the idea of Motiga here, that they remove Trip, that they completely redo her and not try to nerf her. Because if they do that, maybe they're nerfing her too hard and she won't be able to, you know, um, you won't be able to play her again like until the next balance patch, and then they're buffing her too strong or too much again. And I really appreciate this idea already. I'm supporting this idea of redoing the character when something's really broken, and I think Trip is broken because it's just too easy to get the kills as a Trip, and yeah. So with that said, we're gonna move on to return to Windows 7 Plus platform. They have announced here that they will make their way back to Arc, which is a platform that is available on Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10. This is a very important step for the community to grow in Gigantic. It's really important that they do introduce Gigantic on Windows 7 because there are a lot of players who want to play the game but are just not able to because either they don't have Windows 10, um whatever reason they have. Like there's a lot of people who actually want to try the game because the game itself, it looks really good. I mean, that's the reason why I tried it out and why I like it now so much. That's a really huge step for them. That's the right step to introduce it to Arc and maybe even later to Steam, which would be the perfect scenario. Um, so that the community can just grow, and that there's a real competitive spirit in this community from the very start, is really important. Yeah, implementing chat, voice, and text into the game. This is also probably the one of the major things that I have problems with when I'm playing Gigantic, is that like during character selection or whatever, it's just already like players probably are tilting about they cannot play their favorite hero or whatever. It'll just improve the communication in the community, that you can talk to them. And like the problem in Gigantic is just it's such a strategical game that you basically need to introduce at least a text chat, so you can communicate with your teammates, because now you can basically just ping all the time and all that stuff, but a lot of players don't get it. So it's really important, so you can actually, even in solo queue, basically grow that kind of synergy between you and the teammates. I mean, it's just the synergy that is like possible to achieve is the synergy people want to achieve. no doubt about that. But you know, it's just really, really, really needed, so we can actually enjoy more competitive games, more, yeah, just yeah, competitive games. Achievements, whether improving your game score of or showing off your mastery of the game, we're excited to give you a larger goals to work towards as you play Gigantic. Now that is a huge part for a lot of players too. There are players, I'd say, who play games just for fun, and then there are gamers who want to really be competitive and be the best at a game. And for the players who just play for fun or actually want to achieve something in the game, they want, you know, basically what they want is material. They want something solid, you know, not just MMR. Maybe like a lot of players want high MMR, but a lot of players still want to while they're playing, they want to unlock new skins, unlock new weapon skins, new challenges, whatnot. So I think that's a pretty smart move as well. So yeah, I guess that pretty much sums up what I have posted here. Um, so yeah, I think I've talked about the very important changes or the very important things that's going to happen to a Gigantic. If you want to read the whole basically post, I'll link it in the video description down below. Um, so thank you guys for watching the video. My name is Cartman, and check out my Twitter, which is at Viper Guild Wars 2. Make sure to check out my Twitch, which is at twitch.tv/Cartman. My YouTube, like you're watching this video on YouTube now. Make sure to leave a subscription, like, or comment if you have enjoyed the video. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. My name is Cartman, and I'll see you guys later.